So you have a business use case for using generative AI. Maybe you have narrowed down your model and you want to do inference or you want to do training or you just want to integrate your existing application with any of the model to facilitate the usage of generative AI within your organization. The one of the biggest questions which organizations are asking of any size is to where to get the GPUs. GPUs have become the gold of today. They have become a rare commodity because all of this model training, inference, and even running of them in a shorter scale requires a graphical processing unit. So now we in 2024 and many companies are struggling to get their own GPUs. In my humble opinion, the best way of getting GPUs this year and maybe next is to go cloud. There is no other option, in my opinion, if you want to do the go to market as quickly as possible. We know that, everyone is now talking about these LLMs and there is a mad dash to acquire as many GPUs as possible. But I would suggest that if you want to do training of the models, which means that um, you just want to have your own model with your own data, doing it from scratch, or you want to do the inference just to get some answers from the model and to use it capabilities, then use the cloud. Don't try to get your own GPUs, your own data center, and don't try to build your own mega clusters for training. Not only that is unsustainable, but also it's very expensive, and then things are getting obsolete by the day, I would say. So maybe what you are trying to do today might not be relevant or of any use tomorrow. So go cloud. And in this video, I'm going to give you a bit of a layout of the land as what exactly is available these days, and that depends heavily on your use case. Now, if you look at this diagram, I have divided this into three services. Most of the organizations, in my opinion, go with either to the very left or to the very right. Very few companies would be training their own models. When I say training, it means that getting a huge data set, maybe their own data, and then training the model either from scratch or fine tuning the model on their data. Now, fine tuning is bit of a overlap area between model as service and training. But if you want to use model as a service, then I would suggest that you look at these companies. And I'm not associated with any of these companies. This is just a list which I have compiled in no particular order. So when I say model as a service, it means that some companies like Hugging Face or any Scale or any these companies, they are just giving you the underlying infrastructure. They are managing it, and then they are just providing you an abstracted layer through which you can use these models. For example, Hugging Face has more than 70,000 LLMs at the moment. With the help of Hugging Face on model hosting, you can use any of those models. It is quite easy, and you don't have to worry about these GPUs and all that stuff. And same is the case with other providers like Anyscale, Replicate, and there are a few others which I haven't mentioned. And new companies are springing up every day, so you don't have to stick with these companies. You can do your own research too. Now, one problem with these sort of model as a service is the warm up time. For example, whenever first time, if you're trying to use the model, it takes a bit of a time to spin up, and then maybe sometime people have complained about timeouts, but that is what comes with these distributed model as a service. This is the same as what you would use in cloud services in serverless. Okay, then we have this training. If you want to train your model, whether it is fine tuning or training, then you could either go with AWS SageMaker, Azure AI services, Google's Vertex AI, and then there are a lot of other vendors other than these public cloud or hyperscalers like Together.ai, Runpod, Foundry. And I would suggest that when you are deciding between all of these, keep the cost the biggest factor, because the cost varies a lot between these, and the cost is not just about the compute, it is about your data egress and ingress, which is quite a big deal. So make sure that you take everything into account, and the period of time you want to do the training and the size of and volume of your data set. That is very important. So make sure you keep the costing in perspective. because in the model as a service it is on demand, pay as you go, but for training of course you would have to commit to some time. And then for example, in inference, that is a lightweight. For example, if you just want to do the inference model is with AWS, there is a service called as Bedrock, which provides you an API interface into the model. You can use that one, or similar services are available from almost all the cloud providers, plus these third party vendors like Firma and Base10 and a lot of others, and that list is very rapidly growing. Now, um, if you are already with some cloud provider, then maybe first talk to them and then try to get a discount. And because I'm more than sure that all of these cloud providers are falling over each other to get the business, so talk to your account manager and try to get the deal of the lifetime. That's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any question, please share it in the comment, and if you like it, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much.